What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Mudvayne. Yes, indeed. How about that? Mudvayne making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bot, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Ian Franks, and Ian wanted to see me react to the song by Mudvayne called World So Cold. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by GomerPile09.
You kidding me?
The video has 2.8 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. World So Cold, Mudvayne, full version. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
When passion's lost and all the trust is gone, way too far for way too long, children crying, cast out and neglected, only in a world so cold, only in a world this cold. Hold the hand of your best friend, look into their eyes, then watch them drift away. Some might say we've done the wrong things for way too long, for way too long. Fever inside the storm, so I'm turning away from the day, away from the stones, 'cause I'm commanding the ones of us. Keep your thorn, 'cause I'm running away from the games, away from the space, circumstances of the world so cold. Burning whistle.
Everything they're doing sounds fine from a instrumentation standpoint, like from an instrumental standpoint. The guitars sound good, bass sounds good, drums sound good, vocals sound good. Everything sounds good. The engineering on this, there's really no nice way to put this, so I'm just going to come out and say it. This sounds like a glorified demo. That's exactly what this sounds like. A lot of hiss, The hi-hat, the cymbals in general, but especially the hi-hat, very wet. Very wet. No compression on them at all. But there's a lot of compression on those guitars, man. It makes the guitar sounds really thin in the mix. But not just the guitars. The bass sounds overly compressed. I don't know. It sounds like someone recorded this using an old, like, 8-track. And and they obviously doubled it, like, you know, the old trick, you know, the doubling trick. Those of you that have worked with those before, you know what I'm talking about. And they took it and they used the tools that were available to them within the deck, and that was pretty much it. This does not sound like it was recorded on Pro Tools. It does not sound like it was engineered by someone who really knows what they're doing. This sounds high schoolish in the mix. Now, again, that's just the engineering. That's just the mix. It has nothing to do with the musicianship or with the people who are doing the vocals. That has nothing to do with them. They sound fine. They sound perfectly fine. But the engineering on this, oh man. Whew, it is not easy to listen to. Boy, it's not. Let's keep going here.
Remind me of the days I was left alone in a world that's cold, guilty of the same things provoked by the cause. I've left alone in a world so cold, fever inside the storm, so I'm away from the shade, away from the snow. There's nothing mending the walls of us. Keep your thorns, 'cause I'm running away from the gates, away from the space. The circumstances of a world so cold. I'm flying away from the names, away from the games, the circumstances of a world so cold. Why does everyone feel like my enemy? Don't want any part of depression or darkness. I've had enough. Sick and tired. Bring the sun or I'm gone. Or I'm gone. I'm backing out. I'm no fun, no motherfucker. That never love, never love, never love, never love, never love, never hurt, never worried about being me. Anyone else? Not a jerk, no concern. Don't give a shit about anything. Backing out. Giving up. No motherfucker. That never love, never love, never love, never love, never love, never hurt, never worried about being me. Anyone else? Not a jerk, no concern. Don't give a shit about anything.
If we're gonna have a guitar solo anywhere, it's gonna be here. So let me back up a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you folks. The more I'm listening to this, the angrier I'm getting. Whoever engineered this needs to be shot, because it's not the worst mix I've ever heard. It's not the worst engineering job I've ever heard, but it's up there. This is piss poor engineering. As far as what the guitar and bass and drums are doing, I like the syncopated lines. The syncopated subdivisions sound really nice, really tight, really clean. Again, I'm just restating what I stated before. Musicianship sounds fine. Everything the guitar player is playing, or guitar players, I can't tell. It sounds like there's two, but you know, it might be doubled. They might just be doubling the guitar line, or the guitar recorded line. They may just be doubling it. But there may be two guitar players. I don't know anything about this band. I have no clue. bass, it sounds tight. I mean, other than the tone, God, it all comes back to the engineering. The bass sounds like someone in the engineering booth took the bass knob or the bass slider and pushed it all the way up, and they took the treble all the way up, and they took all the mids all the way down. It just sounds very hollow. The drums, I think that's the worst. God, the cymbals are so wet. You can hear everything happening within the cymbals. Every time a stick touches a cymbal, you can hear it. Every time. Yet, when it comes to doing the tom work, you gotta listen for it a little bit. You gotta kind of dig for it a little bit. It should be the other way around. The cymbals should be pushed to the back in the mix, not up at the front, not so wet, especially with all that reverb on them. Dear Lord in heaven. And why are you compressing the toms? I don't understand. You're not going to compress the cymbals, but you're going to compress the toms. That just makes no sense at all. I just don't get it. I don't get it. They made the snare sound like a tom. To boot, it's so compressed. It's frustrating. And the more I listen to this song, the angrier I'm getting because I hear so much potential in this song for it to be a great sounding tune. But because of the poor engineering, it just, good, dang it. And like I said, I don't blame the musicians. The musicians are doing just fine. Vocals sound just fine. What they're singing, how they're singing, sounds great. I love the harmony work. It's just such a shame that it sounds like they're singing into a giant aluminum tube. It just doesn't, Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. See if I'm right about this guitar solo. More like an instrumental break. I like the harmony. I'm so glad it's over, but I'm so glad it's over for all the wrong reasons. This was criminal, man. This was absolutely criminal. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Mudvayne with World So Cold. This was a request from Ian Franks. This was rough. This was rough. And it was rough for all the wrong reasons. This was painful to listen to. And it's not because of the musicians. It's not because of the performers. It's not because of the guitar playing or the bass playing or the drumming or the vocals. No, they all sounded fine. But, oh man, engineering on this, atrocious. It sounds like a glorified high school demo. It really did. And again, that's not because of how they were playing. That's just because of who engineered this. It sounds like they were in high school. Except that's an insult to high school kids, because I know there are high school kids who could have engineered this way better. Way better. God. Anyway, man, let's get to the rating. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Out of a possible 5 stars, I'm going to give that 3 stars. Yeah, 3 stars. I feel that is exactly the score that this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I think I've already explained it. I don't think I really need to explain it again. Look, I'm going to say this one more time. I don't blame the musicians. I don't blame Mudvayne for this at all. And I don't blame the vocals. I don't blame anything. Any of the performers, the blame does not lie with them. Everything I could hear on this recording sounded really good from a musicianship standpoint, from a vocal standpoint, from a playing standpoint, from an execution standpoint. Everything sounded fine. Everything sounded really good. In particular, those vocal harmonies, I was really digging on those harmonies. They sounded really nice, very well placed, very strategically placed, and not overly used. But when they were used, they definitely had an impact on the song. The changing in vocal styles from, clean melodic singing up to some grit and growl, we had everything in between there. And that was a nice touch, kept things moving, kept things interesting. Guitar playing sounded clean, bass playing sounded clean. The drums sounded clean, had that nice little instrumental break. I thought it might have been a guitar solo coming. Turns out it was just a nice little instrumental break. No problem there. Sounded really good. The syncopated subdivisions with the accents. Jun, 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 jun. Sounded really tight. I didn't hear any bleed over. Then again, being as compressed as they were, I'm not really 100% surprised by that. No, but it sounded to me, though, like everybody was right together, locked in. It sounded accurate. It sounded good. So I got no issue with anything that happened instrumentally or anything that happened within the vocals. That mix, man, I'm sorry. That's just absolutely unforgivable. Whoever engineered that song needs to be shot. Not fired, just shoot him. Just put him out of his misery. Make it so that he can never, ever, ever engineer anything else and butcher it the way that he did.
You're a goddamn disgrace!
That was an assault. I'm sorry. That is he should be arrested for assault and battery. That was horrible mixing job. Now, there is a possibility. And if this is the case, then I will absolutely apologize for the engineer for this, for saying those things, because I was thinking about this while I was just speaking. I happened to look at who the uploader was. It wasn't official. It wasn't posted by Mudvayne. It was posted by Gomer Pile 09. Now, here is a possibility. It is possible, since this is being uploaded by a private individual, not by a member of Mudvayne, not by the record label, the record company, or the publishing company, or anything like that. No, that this is an individual. It is possible that this individual took the audio, remixed it themselves, and then put it to this video and uploaded it. It's very possible that the individual who uploaded this video is the one responsible for the assault and battery that we had on the mix and on this audio. That is very possible. I would hate to think that that was the case, because I would hate to see this ever becoming a thing and becoming a trend. Gee, let's see how much we can ruin a song by, taking the song that sounds perfectly fine just the way it is, and let's remix it a little bit, and let's compress the hell out of it, and let's upload it and get a whole bunch of views, 2.8 million views to be exact. I really hope that is not the case. It is a possibility, though. If that is the case, then I humbly apologize to the original engineer, and I will point the finger completely at the person who is responsible. But in any case, I don't know who that person is. So my gut instinct is to say it's in the engineering of the song originally. I really hope I'm wrong about that. I really do. I really hope that the blame lies with GomerPile09. I really do. I really hope this is his butchery in his attempt to remaster and remix this song from its original form. I really hope the fault lies with him. But in any case, I have to give the score based on what I heard. And what I heard, unfortunately, was not very pleasing to the ear. I am bumping it up into the 3-star range because of the musicianship and because of the vocal ability that we did hear within the recording. I hear the potential. I see it. It's there. It sounds like a really good song that just needs to be properly mixed. But unfortunately, this is what I got. This is the mix I was given. So I have to base my score completely on what I experienced. There might be an actual official, audio out there that sounds 10 times better than that, and that's wonderful. Does that affect the score for this? No, absolutely not. This score is going to stay. So 3 out of 5 stars. Now, is that a bad score? No, it's okay. It's okay to pretty good. Somewhere in there, depending on how you feel. It's open to interpretation a little bit. Some people are going to say it's okay. Some people are going to say it's pretty good. I know how I feel about it, and I'm going to keep that to myself. But no, it is getting 3 stars without question. So it's not a bad score. It's not bad. We're not down the negatives. But it's definitely not a 9 quality song. That's just not going to happen. There's no way I'm going to give this 5 stars. So anyway, 3 out of 5 stars. I feel good about that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So 3 out of 5 stars. Final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.